Hello. It is once again time for me to do my weekend review, my weekly recap. Um, and what a week it's been. Holy shit. There hasn't been like too much that has happened, but at the same time, there has been a lot that has happened. Specifically regarding Percy Jackson. Um, it was Tech Week. It was Tech Week, final week of rehearsals for Percy Jackson, and we were in McAllister all the time. And holy shit, dude. What a time it was. They changed my Kronos voice. Instead of me doing my natural voice, and being very scary about it, they changed it to put a modulator on to make my voice deeper, which, okay, but like, I don't know. I don't know why they did that. I guess it was to be more show accurate, I suppose. Um, I think it was also supposed to be like a little less scary. It was still pretty scary, but my voice would have made a child cry. Uh because it was that kind of scary. This wouldn't do that. this this is some Disney type shit. Um and that's fine. It was good. Um oh, um fun story. There's actually several. Okay, let me cover the things that didn't apply this week to um Percy Jackson, and then I will go into that. Um, I had a Spanish exam. Man, my Spanish is not. It gets worse every exam, and that's okay. Um, Last time I'm ever gonna have to do it. I'm a senior. I'm getting out of here. I just need to pass. I have an 80 in the class right now. If I can keep that, or at least not let it drop below a 70, I'm okay. Um, but yeah, I crammed last minute just because I've been so busy with everything. I didn't really have a whole lot of time for it. Oh, this was all on like Wednesday, by the way. This was awful. Oh yeah, I didn't say the date. Today is April, no, sorry. It is the night of March 31st. But I'm recording this at 12:30, so technically it's already April 1st. And you'll probably not see this video. This probably won't be uploaded until April 2nd. So, fuck me, I guess. God damn it. But whatever. It's fine. Anyways, yeah. So, Wednesday, Spanish exam, didn't do well on it. I wasn't really interested in. All right, I guess I'll talk about that as well. Um, I wasn't really interested in. Wait, interested? That's not the right word. What the fuck am I talking about? Jesus Christ. Um, Spanish exam. Yeah, it wasn't a death sentence. It wasn't a death sentence. It was never going to be a death sentence. Um, is it going to hurt me? Yeah, it will. Is it going to kill me? No. I have to do good on the projects, and I have to do good on the next exam, which I can do. And that won't be too hard to do. So, yay, I guess, kind of. Um, but yeah, Wednesday was actually the worst day of my life because um so right after I finished, I took longer on the Spanish exam, by the way, um, than I had to. Um, than time was given because I'm just a slow test taker with language courses. I've always been, and that's just how it is. Um, but yeah, and then I had to rush home, change, and then go to work. And so I'm flying on the highway. I was already exhausted, you know, and so, and I had like, I don't know what had happened, but I just wasn't feeling like great. And so like I get in my car and I realize shit, I need gas. So I get off on the exit with the 7-Eleven right by Furman, the closest exit, the first one with the 7-Eleven. And I'm getting off and this fucking Jeep in front of me. This fucking Jeep in front of me You know, they're there and they're waiting for the traffic to go across the intersection so that they can go. And they finally get a point, and then instead of just going into the road, they stop in the middle. And I thought they went. So I'm looking for oncoming traffic now. And I just took my foot off the gas and my car just rolled right into theirs and I got in a small fender. So not great. It's not like the worst thing in the world. I mean, here's a picture of it. You know, I mean, it's not crazy, but like it's enough to piss me off. I mean, nobody wants their beautiful car hurt, you know, but now I have a beauty mark on my gorgeous car, which is sure, I guess, you know. I suppose in a sort of optimistic way, I've been due. I'm not like a superstitious person, I but I do value statistics. And statistically, I am due for something to go wrong with my car. And I consider that to be this. And so, you know, with that being said, um, I suppose that's a good omen then, because now, hopefully, I will make it across the country safe when I drive my car all the way back to California with Tyler, which in itself is already just a crazy thing to think about. But yeah, the day did not get any better though. I called out of work because I was like, hey, just got in a small fender, not feeling good. Um, can I take a sick day? And they were like, and my boss was like, sure. And I was like, awesome. I went home, I slept, and that was great. But then I went to Percy Jackson rehearsal, right? And, you know, we're doing our thing, we're doing our changes, we're doing our mics and stuff. And in order to have the mic attached, you got to use mic tape, right? So that it stays on your face and on your neck and stuff. And apparently, I had a red mark on the back of my neck right where the tape was. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, dude, it's like super, your skin is like super irritated. All my friends are saying that to me. And I'm like, I think y'all are overreacting. And I just kind of like, you know, shoo it off, you know, brush it off, whatever. But then eventually, like, someone says it again. They're like, dude, your neck is really red. And so I took a picture of it, right? Um, and it turns out I have an adhesive allergy. Some people thought that it was a latex allergy, and I said, no, I do not have a latex allergy. And they asked me if I had a way of testing that, and I said, yes. Um, yeah, so I have an adhesive allergy, which is crazy. Um, I will never tell anyone this. If a doctor ever asks me if I have any allergies, or if a job ever asks me if I have any allergies, I'm just gonna say no, because why would I ever say yes? Um, but still, that is weird. You know, that is very, very weird. For that is a very weird allergy for me to have. I never thought I would ever have an allergy. So yeah, apparently Ethan Phillips, it like sent me into this weird spiral afterwards. I was like, oh my gosh, I have an adhesive allergy? What the fuck? Um, yeah, but you know, it made me question my morality and whatnot because, you know, everybody thinks they're invincible, and I'm not, but that's fine. Um, more Percy Jackson. Oh yeah. Um, in news, right? Um, Matt and I were talking. Actually, I've already mentioned it. I'll just continue with it. I have a note here. Deep Throat 2025. Let me explain. So, Deep Throat is the code name for the anonymous informant for Watergate, right? And apparently, in news, that is currently happening again because a what was it, The Atlantic, something like that, the New York Times, I don't know. A reporter got added to her group chat with JD Vance, Pete Hegseth, and a bunch of other high-ranking officials, you know, and they were basically just talking about bombing hospitals in Yemen and how they were doing that, and it was a whole strat, you know. And then he outed the whole group chat, and they were throwing up like fire emojis and like fist bumps and stuff like that, and it was just the craziest thing. And so that's in the news recently. Um, which, you know, whatever. But yeah, back to Percy Jackson rehearsal. I got a really good note actually. uh, because apparently I was the only one who did the thing right. So after the campfire scene, the lightning strikes. There's a lightning strike, and then you're supposed to run off stage. You know, you're supposed to run around and then run off stage. And apparently, I was the only one who did that. Everyone else like walked. But the note was, he's a runner, he's a track star. And I think that's really funny. So, yeah, that was good. But anyways, so all that happened, and then come Friday, showtime. Holy fuck. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so fun. I have never made an audience laugh more ever. That was awesome. That was awesome. I loved doing that. That was so much fun. Um, I really have nothing more to say. Other than I just had so much fun. Um, it was great. You know, it was great. I loved it, really. Um, I have a ton of videos from then. I also got to go to Cracker Barrel with my friends. Um, some crew and castmates, Morgan, Ada, and Danny. There's some videos of that. There's some videos of me when I was on stage and some pictures after. I'll put all of those at the end of this video when I make it, which probably won't be for at least a day, you know? But anyways, it was so good. It was so, so good. I'm really, really gonna miss acting. I mean, God, it was great. I did this thing, right, the first night. So me and Sarah have this bit to where we just go, oh boy, the wife made breakfast. And then you walk like a fucking lunatic. Um, and then like during your walk at some point, you do like a back step and then you keep going, you know? And just like, I wasn't planning on doing that. I had never done that in any of the rehearsals, but opening night, I did that, right? And the crowd loved it. They thought that it was fucking hilarious. And so I was like, I incorporated it into every night, and every night they loved it. They ate it up. On the last two nights, I did it a second time when my character leaves his final scene, and they love it. They loved it. They really did. I got to, you know, ad lib a few lines. You know, it was great. Um, I had so much fun, and I'm really gonna miss all those people. You know, all of them. You know, all of them. Fucking. I mean, who can I name off the top of my head? Ella Boone, Sarah Kennedy, Harper Lumpkin, Danny Wood, fucking Ada Arwood, Morgan Carnes, Lucy Oxford, Lillian Jordan, Maya Alec, I know the name, Sam, I don't know his last name, but Sam, my goat, Josh, I also don't know his last name, Court. I was really happy I got to do a show with Court. You know, Court and I have never acted together, and it was really good to act with him. Catherine, um, Lorelai, um, Olivia, Moret. I know her name. Who else? Who else? Like so many people. This is a massive cast. Elena Penn, Ella Johnson. Who else? There's like so many people in the cast. Jesus Christ. Juliana. Um, like so many people. Mason. Like, man. What a fun time. I'm really gonna miss it. um, Everyone, all the seniors at least, were crying on the last day, except for me. You know, I'm I'm too stoned for that. You know, I'll cry, you know, at like 2 a.m. and then start calling friends. If I ever cry, how about this? If I ever cry, I'll put it in a video, you know? I'll either record myself crying or I'll make it a note, you know? But no, I didn't cry, but I did get very emotional at one point. At the end of the last day, um, in the lobby of McAllister, you know, going around, everybody's going like, oh my gosh, you did such a good job. Um, Ella Boom comes up to me, and we just had this really nice long hug, and that was really nice. I came a little close then, a little bit, didn't get me, not a tear. Um, but whew, you know, because I was a little like me, you know. We both have a bit of a temper, you know. We both have our heated moments, and over the course of this show, we've been able to connect more without her directing me like she did for Rocky. And it felt really nice. You know, we got this great picture of us together. You'll see it, of me as Kronos and her as Mrs. Dodds. And we had this fantastic idea backstage that we just came up with to where it's a spin-off or like sequel, whatever, to where it's a Kronos and Mrs. Dodds like buddy comedy, to where like, you know, and they go on a killing quest and they kidnap Grover, and it was so silly and goofy and fun, and I loved it. And it was great, you know. It was really good, and I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, and I got to do a show with Lucy. You know, I really wanted to do a show with Lucy. I'd gotten to do cabaret with her, but that's not the same. That's not even as close to the same. And also, I didn't do very good in that. I'll be so honest. I don't think I did very good in that. I didn't like enjoy the song I was in. I didn't like what I was doing. Yeah, man. And so I just wanted to do. I'm glad I got to act alongside with her. She was a great Sally Jackson. She plays Poseidon's ex-wife, you know, who they still have a thing for each other. And so it was nice fake flirting with Lucy on stage. um, but yeah, man. What a show, you know? What a show. Harper also came up to me, you know, and we're in the same major, so we have to stick together, you know. She came up to me and was like, you know, gave me a hug, and she was like, you can't leave. And I'm like, and you got to carry the department for me, you know? Danny almost broke down in fucking tears because we have this thing to where we asshole fight. We go, well, I guess we really did it, huh? And then we punch each other in the shoulder because that was our bit in Rocky. And then, you know, I went up to her and I started to do it, and she was like, no, don't do it now, don't do it now, I'll start crying. And she had to like go out on stage, and I was like, okay, sorry. So, you know, what a fucking time, you know, what a fucking time. But yeah, um at the end of the second night, Miranda's throwing a birthday party, and so I went to that as well, and that was fun. I got to talk to a bunch. I got to talk more with her. I got to talk with all those guys in that friend group, and that's nice. You know, it's nice to know that I still exist within those people's lives. You know, and that they think I'm cool. I think that's nice. Even though I'm dying in like less than 2 months. God, almost a month now, like dead on the spot. Um, and then today, Monday, the 31st, we finally did it. We submitted our Peace Corps application, not Peace Corps. Sarah drilled that into me, that it's Peace Corps, not Peace Corps, even though it's spelled like Peace Corps, but whatever. We submitted the application for Vietnam, but we left it open-ended in case we don't get it, so that they can send us to wherever, because I would really like that. And then, what else? Yeah, and then I submitted the health form as well. So I'm just waiting on a review, you know? That's all I'm waiting on. and that'll be real nice, and that'll be real soon. So holy shit, you know, it could very well happen. And I talked with, oh, that was another thing that happened. I talked with a Peace Corps advisor before doing this, before submitting. Because I talked with Nathan, I talked with a bunch of other people. Nathan, he's a guy in Namibia right now with Peace Corps. I talked with a bunch of people. You know, I had done my research thoroughly. And so I really, really, really wanted to make sure that I was, you know, making a good choice. So I talked to the advisor. He looked over my stuff, and we're good. We're solid. It's done. Submitted the health form. Like, we're just waiting on review. Crazy, man. Anyways, I don't want this video to draw out any more than it already has, and it's gonna draw out even further with all those fucking videos that I have. And I'm gonna have every single one, as well as any pictures that I have at the end. But yeah, man, what a fucking week. I tell you, man, I woke up this morning, I was so exhausted still. I just didn't go to my first class. I was like, I can't do it. I can't. So, yeah, man. Looking forward to the coming week. Looking forward to the coming weeks. Looking forward to the coming months. Enjoy the videos.
These are true sound of the sea, and the sea does not like to be restrained. You can call me Dad, Perseus.
Yeah, like to actually discuss it.
Okay, do it again. Hey!
Go for it.
Top 3 reasons why I'd be a bad boyfriend. Number 1, I'm so ugly. Number 2, I won't call you babe or kid. I will only call you mommy. Number 3, I want cuddles all the time.
Thank you.
My favorite memory from the show is every time that Ethan messes up his line.
My favorite show is me and Ella. We have this idea for a spin-off to where it's both of our characters, Kronos and Mrs. Dodds, doing their own killing quest. And I think that's really cool.
My favorite past memory is when we were doing our read-through and Ethan was not there, so I was voicing different characters, so I voiced Poseidon and I went to so many different accents. I think I did Midwestern Mom, Valley Girl, yeah, there's just a lot of different accents every sentence.
I think my favorite memory has been all of the memories I've made harassing Ethan backstage.
I don't really have a go-to order, but we're gonna go around the table and show what we got at Cracker Barrel today. I'll start. I got this, which is French toast, and then I got eggs and bacon.
I got, oh, thank you so much. I got some pancakes with some whipped cream and then some eggs and sausage.
I got chicken tenders, mac and cheese, and mashed potatoes because I missed the memo that we were getting breakfast.
And I got pancakes, chocolate chip, sausage, and eggs as well.
Yep. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, I've been stabbed.
We are less nervous tonight because you never know what can happen opening night.
Not true.
You're more nervous?
Yes.
You heard it here first? I just wanted to die.
Stop it, I'm gonna mess it up.
What comes from the sea will always go back to the sea.
Now that should be an Instagram question.
What belongs to the sea always returns to the sea.
Am I dead or am I dreaming? Am I underneath the ocean? Or are my eyes just streaming? This is weird. Oh look, a strange man in a white shirt. always return to the sea. It's a seashell. Like I said, weird. This is strange. I think I must be dreaming. I'm in some kind of cavern. At least that's how it's seeming. This is scary.
Where is the boat?
The bolt is on its way, my lord. Everything is unfolding as we planned.
You falter!
It's nothing. The delivery requires certain sacrifices.
Sacrifice is necessary to remaking the world. Remember what the gods have done. Remember Thalia. And when I am free. Wait. Someone is here. Listening. Even as he dreams. Hello. Perseus Jackson.
And the sea does not like to be restrained.
Lord Poseidon?
You can call me Dad, Perseus.
You can call me Percy. I got your gift.
And I got yours. Medusa's head, dude? Oh, that's wicked. You know it's my ex, right?
Yeah, about that.
You have a knack for getting yourself into trouble. Like your old man. But you also have your mother's strength. And she was a true queen among women.
But then why did you let her get stuck with a jerk like Gabe?
You serious? I thought you would have figured that out by now, dude. She chose to be with him. To protect you, dude.
As in, like, he has some kind of magic power?
I guess you could say that. Yo, his spell, you spelled him. The dude reeks. Oh my gosh, a monster would never sense you. I mean, hey, you heard of Hercules and the Asian sables? Oh, that dude smells way worse.
Dad, I failed. The Oracle was right. I couldn't save what really mattered. I couldn't save. Wow.
You prevented a war between the gods, Percy. For that, well, the gods may be unfair, but they're not total bozos.
Wait, what? You mean she's
On her way. Listen, before she gets here, there's something you gotta know. At the end of summer, you can either go home with her or stay at camp. Year round. It's up to you.
I didn't know I got a choice.
Why do you think that the gods choose to stand for their children's lives? The real choices are the ones that you make for yourself. Still, I'm so sorry you were born, dude. That sucks.
Wow, seriously?
I tried to tell your mother, a hero's life is never easy, Percy.
Percy?
Mom! You're alive.
You saved me!
I had some help.
Hi, Mrs. Jackson.
Hey, Sally. You. Just as beautiful as the night we met.
And you haven't changed at all.
Guys! This is the weirdest family reunion ever!
My brother's gonna want his bolt back. Should have been the god of drama, that guy. But, Percy, I'll be watching over you. And Sally, I will see you around.
Hello, my name is Ethan. I play Poseidon and Kronos in The Lightning Thief, and I will be taking over the Instagram today. So it won't be a long one because the show is only at 2, but you should definitely come and see it. And yeah. So I think that, at least for the first Percy Jackson movie, I think it's really good. As adaptations of the books and the source material, let's not beat around the bush here, awful, you know? But as a standalone movie on its own, I think that it's peak cinema, you know? At least for 2010, I mean, there's just so much nostalgia. I love the CGI, the dance scene is great, the characters are super fun, and it's just an all-around great time. And I think when watching a movie, you know, it doesn't need to be artful. You just have to consider that you had fun. And I think that when I watch that movie, I have a lot of fun. So I really like it. I like Drive.
Here we have Sarah Kennedy, and then we have Ella Boone, and then we have Elena Penn, and then we have Danny. Oh, I'm Danny. Whoa! And then we have Court the Guy, and then we have Ethan Phillips. Oh, and then we have Sam, and then we have Catherine.